Yeah, the elections are over, eh? I heard we did pretty good. I voted and said, wake me when it's over, because I was so tired from having to fight off all those Republicans that the Democrats said were going to keep blacks out of the voting booths.
I think what's happening. Propaganda.
Just a suggestion. The GOP needs to define who they are now more than ever. Because right now, Republicans and Democrats have been acting too much like those Twix cookie bar commercials where they try to convince people that they're different. You have a chance to repeal Obamacare, illustrate to the people why they do not want the government in charge of their health. It leads to control and subjugation. The government's job is to protect our God-given rights, not feed us, not house us, not play doctor or educate us. Their job is to guard our rights to pursue these things. Anything beyond that is dependency and leads to being controlled. It has to be made clear what the government's job is: protector, not provider. People are leaving the Democrats and considering Republicans because they didn't get what they think they wanted from the Democrats. So now they may be thinking they'll get it from Republicans. Voting out of vengeance ain't a good idea. Republicans have to make it clear, while making it fashionable, that we're the party of independence. That if you really love freedom, you'll toss out that Che Guevara shirt and throw on a Frederick Douglass shirt. I know that sounds kind of shallow, but it's true. Dependency has become fashionable. It's in vogue to be on your parents' insurance until you're 26 and to have government health care. And dependency is so fashionable that even with the health care that you depended on the government to make affordable to you, you're even gonna depend on other people giving you financial assistance to pay for that. Republicans need to put the boots to these environmentalists and keep pushing for fossil fuel energy independence. The effects of things like fracking are showing relief at the pump. Republicans cannot think that they are safe. They have to maintain the illustrations of how leftist policies are damaging. You can't stop, ever. That's how the left was able to get so far with the culture and do the damage they've done. It's because they never stop promoting their ideology, and their ideology is based on selfishness and slander. The Republicans have to constantly illustrate how the environmentalists have cheated Americans out of so much wealth and prosperity, forcing their agenda and keeping us from exploring more practical energy independence. When those fuel prices come down, you're going to see more jobs come up. And Republicans need to be right there 24/7 telling the people why the jobs are coming back and how left-wing environmental policies have greatly weakened the economy. It also illustrates how the left is going to screw them by pushing the jack-up minimum wage more, and how pandering to illegal immigrants threatens how Americans are going to make ends meet. Republicans are going to have to be illustrative. People look at Clinton and think the economy was so great, but overlook that it was Republicans in the House and Senate that held them to it. And then we had the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and somehow leftist policies prevailed, and Republicans got the blame. And rightfully so, I reckon. Trust me, Republicans, you've not heard the last of liberals. They will regroup, rabid, and profane as ever. Again, please, don't let your guard down. Just because we got the House, Senate, and a good leg on governorships, you might as well give them your guns, too. And it needs to be illustrated, by the way, how tyrants manipulated people out of their weapons. The Democrats are the party of the sucker punch. Al Sharpton will tell you himself. They are the party of the political and cultural knockout game. With the sweep the Republicans have made, their victory can be just as easily swept away if they don't lay down some serious safeguards. You have to keep hammering the actual racist history and the present racist-based policies of Democrats that keep minorities shackled. You have to keep hammering the fact that the Democrats have deceived women with a false sense of empowerment and have patronized them for their vote. Empowerment and canceling the life of a kid is a lie. Making women feel like victims to make them feel important is a gross manipulation that needs to stop. They need to know that the leftist culture is guilty of the most misogynistic, objectifying, demeaning, and profane campaign against women. For example, Lil Jon, the guy who writes songs like Get Low, which is totally misogynistic and demeaning to women, yet here he is doing a political ad with a feminist. Talk about contradictions. It's the same people who think Christians are a threat to gays, but embrace Islam. We're dealing with people who have a seriously backward view, and there will be a new wave of them coming. Republicans, you have to make this case culturally if you want to keep representation politically. You can just as easily lose what you gained in 2 years. Winning is one thing, keeping your victory is another. Not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, but this is a mistake the Republicans keep making. They let their guard down. The Democrats are always scheming. They scheme behind hoods and sheets. Now they scheme from behind cameras. The race card, the sex card, teacher's desk, children, windmills, solar panels, polar bears, rainbow flags, squiggly light bulbs, low-pressure toilets and contraceptives, etc. Republicans, don't rely on your politicians to save the country for you or to lead us into prosperity. That's our job. Their job is to fight and maintain our rights to contribute to what makes this a great country. I'm Alfonso Rachel with ZoNation, and you can resume your gloating now. Just don't forget what I said. Yeah.